Welcome. This is Crime Queen, and if you're joining us for the first time, this is the channel where we get excited about love. This is where we ignite that which dwells from within us, that which comes alive, makes us smile. Hence, we say the crimson light is life. So, the crimson light is our journey of actualizing self love. This is where we become aware of words and numbers and have fun too. Numerology, to be precise. Of course, we are hoping to optimize those resources, that which we are learning, to becoming better expressions and channels of love. I love it. Okay, so there we are. We are having okay, we are getting more familiar with what we have learned, that we have been created in God's image and likeness. So this is what we are doing right now, familiarizing ourselves with that image and that likeness. What is that image to us? Now, we are seeing numbers all over the place. That's the thing. We are surrounded by numbers. We are numbers in Genesis. The word Genesis comes to 33. Now, we hear a lot about the number 33, the 33 degrees. Now, I won't go too far into this because I'm trying to keep these in bite sizes. Because, of course, we are able to digest them better that way. But 33 also equals the word believe, 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 which is one of the numbers that Christ really had been telling us about, believe, 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 and faith too. Now, so far in these exercises, if I recall, the word faith also equals FAITH. That's 8, 2, 9, 1, and 6. So this is 10, 20, 26. 2 and 6 is 8. Now, so far, this is what we've had. We have had the number 6 for as. We have had the number 8 for I mean when it's the third eye, but two eyes is actually, so if we are looking at just features, 2 eyes is 9. We are looking at hair. Our hair is 9. So we are seeing so far a nose. We had 8 for nose as well. So the number 8 had been for nose and eyes. We see those two nostrils and our two eyes, those roundness, of course. It's also shaped like the symbol of infinity. So there we are with that 8 lying down. And just like the word lie in the middle of believe, I've done exercises on that too. So there we see that correlation of those numbers happening here. And now we see faith. So perhaps faith, of course, faith is one of my elders on my journey of actualizing soulful love. So on number 8, with number 8, which is the symbol of infinity, perhaps it's no wonder Christ was all about faith and believe. Believe, if you believe, now the word believe, of course, equals 33. 33, 3 and 3 is 6. So, and it also says, ye who have ears, let him hear. So the word heir or heirs is number 6. So we see direct correlation with 6 and heirs, with heirs and believe. Yeah, if you hear, faith comes by hearing, we are told, but of course that is the symbol of infinity, the totality. It is that 0 that is just twisted, and it comes by hearing, the number 6. Believe, hear, and believe. Now, this is the thing. We often heard about this. Ye who have ears, let him hear. Oh, that's another thing. We will do those sensory modalities on their own as well. But also, it's like the mathematical equation had not until we do the numerical values, do we see the direct message. At least we understand why is it that it is said when we hear, because number 6, we are number 6. It's not just the air. We are number 6. We are Genesis. So it's like saying, you have ears, listen and hear. You know, we are not, none of us are exempt from this. None of us are exempt from this. So Christ was really like, I believe his message was really to teach us about ourselves. It's like saying, don't you know who you are? Those were the lessons I was getting. Okay, so I have talked about wanting to do this on the 10 minutes, the presentations, and I'm going to stick to this. Okay, so we have done ears, we have done hair, we have done nose, we have done eyes. Let's do mouth. Mouth. So this is 8, 2, 3. Okay, let's do this. 3, 6, and 4. So let's do this. So, ensuring that you see this. 4 and 6 is 10, and then we have 10 here again. That's 20, and 3 is 20. 23. 23, 2 and 3. Now I like this. You can see 2 and 3 has a relationship. They've got that relationship. It's like 3 is saying to 2, I've got your back. Like Ayanla, I hope I'm pronouncing this properly, her name properly. Van San would say, I've got your back, I've got your back. So 3 has our back. 3 is there. So it's like where there is 2, there is 3 also. I've heard this, but I had not quite understood it before. Okay, so this is what we see here. Mouth is 23. Now, so 2 and 3. This is interesting. Mouth is 2 and 3. Now, I would not, okay, that is in, when we break it down, 2 and 3. That is really interesting. So it's like, but of course, it makes sense. It does make sense that mouth is 2 and 3 because Eve is here. This is where Eve is Eve already, and it's like that. This is where we see the confirmation of all the presentations I have been doing on sacrifice. Basically, there is the forum of agreement. It's on the 2, unity, duality, partnership, harmony, and this is where that 2 is, and we see that A, which is that sacred, that A seem to be, of course, again, this is where I am showing that 2 is free. I have just done that where 2 is saying that 3 is saying to 2, I've got your back, but also it is very expressive in the letter 3 because there are 3 strokes. 1, 2, 3. And that's how 3 is also 2. Yes. Okay. So, and of course we know that if we see all these numbers here, that also means that the numerical values fall like this. So it's 2, 4, 6. Each of them comes to 6. But we see, and here we have A, and A meaning 1, and E is 5. So 1 and 5 is also 6. This is where Eve is making her presence felt. Eve is making her presence felt right here. And I'm loving this as well. Now, although it does not quite add up well, let's see if we were to do 3 and 4 is 7. 7 is also showing the total aspect of our being. 3 days of creation, 6 days of creation, and 1 day of rest. So we see that 3 and 4 here is also showing, but it's not showing 9 here. Remember, we've got that makeup of 9. So, however, Again, a lot of those things are being taught to us intuitively. They all have a lesson for us in some way or another. So, looking at the time, of course, I'm hoping to do this on the 10 minutes. So, math is 5. Math puts us into the new. We see that is where Christ had the Last Supper, which was of eating and bonding, and this is where we see that is also expressive in number 2 when we have covered that in other presentation. It covers that. We cover that with Luke chapter 22 of the Bible. And so there was the high chamber. This is the part of agreement. This is the Last Supper. And of course, the eyes are open in the new section here. That new, so this is also an expression of the mouth being there. The tasting of that food that was done there had gone into the luck dimension, developmental street. Then we get into the new section where the eye was open. And this is where Eve's eye was open, of course. So I am hoping that you have enjoyed this. I am hoping that you have found this fun. If you like this presentation, click the like button and share, because this is how we do it. We share to actualize in self-love. In the meantime, stay bright, be fulfilled, and be ignited. Namaste. And spill over with